So as we know, My Hero Academia is coming to an end this year when it comes to the anime. So I wanted to make a video talking about the strength of the very first season of the series because I still remember years ago I was on a Google Hangouts live stream, which doesn't exist anymore, by the way, because obviously YouTube has evolved over the years. But I remember staying up with a lot of my friends waiting for the very first episode to premiere, and it just brings back a lot of memories. And My Hero Academia as well, because I haven't really talked about it as much on the channel, is also another favorite series of mine, and I just basically want to talk about all the things that really come to mind when it comes to the topic that we're going to be talking about today. So I really hope you guys enjoy this video, and if you guys have any thoughts of your own when it comes to your own thoughts on My Hero Academia's first season, if there's any memories you want to share with me, you should let me know as always in the comments below. But without further ado, let's hop into this and talk about season 1 of MHA. So one of its main strengths is the way that it presents the quirk system from the beginning. And I remember watching the very first episode and becoming interested in this world where most people have superpowers known as quirks. And the story introduces it gradually, starting with Deku's explanation of how society changed after quirks emerged. This approach makes the setting feel realistic and connected to everyday life, but with a focus on heroes. What I appreciate is how the series shows the range of quirks without confusing the audience. It includes examples of people using them for ordinary activities, such as a parent with extendable arms or children with fire abilities, which helps make the supernatural elements seem part of the normal world. Then it moves to professional heroes applying quirks in serious situations, illustrating the differences from simple to advanced powers. And this variety encourages viewers to think about the possibilities in such a society. The first season also connects the quirk system to broader issues in society, like the challenges faced by those without powers or the rules of becoming a hero. It integrates these ideas into the narrative smoothly, prompting thoughts about similar topics in reality without being direct. For example, Deku's lack of a quirk around this time, of course, emphasizes inequality, and receiving one for all changes his situation in a meaningful way. This adds layers that encourage multiple viewings to catch new aspects. The introduction of the quirk system provides a solid base for the series. It is creative, broad, and central to the events, which helps My Hero Academia distinguish itself in the superhero category. Now let's discuss Izuku Midoriya, also known as Deku, of course. I'm going to be calling him Deku a lot throughout this video, but his development in the first season is a key strength of the show. From the outset, I relate to him as a boy without a quirk who is passionate about heroes, taking notes and aspiring to greatness despite difficulties. His openness makes him approachable. Many people have experienced feeling at a disadvantage, and the way that he expresses strong emotions is sincere, reflecting his dedication and drive. And as the season continues, seeing Deku receive one for all from All Might marks a significant shift. It is not a simple gain because he has trouble managing it, often injuring himself, which creates genuine challenges in his progress. I value how this reflects actual efforts. Achievements require work and endurance, and his preparation sequences are encouraging, and during the entrance exam, it is easy to support him after observing his struggles. What enhances his development is the guidance from All Might. Their bond seems real, similar to a mentor and student, with All Might encouraging Deku to trust his abilities. I felt moved by their conversations, particularly when All Might shares his true condition. It shows that even top heroes have weaknesses, adding complexity to Deku's growth beyond physical power. And by the end of the season, Deku's change from an admirer to a potential hero feels deserved and steady. It is this connection to his journey that makes the first season engaging. Another aspect that stands out in the first season is the group of students in Class 1A and their own interactions. I enjoy how each member has opportunities to display their traits and quirk soon after they're introduced, creating the sense of a varied class of young people. From Bakugo's strong personality to Todoroki's reserved nature, they are not mere extras. Their exchanges foster both cooperation and competition, keeping the story active. The practice sessions, such as the combat trials, demonstrate these interactions effectively, and I recall finding amusement in how Asui's direct manner addresses situations, or how Kirishima's positive attitude inspires the group. It is these moments that make the class unified. They compete, yet a foundation of collaboration develops throughout the season, and this equilibrium ensures no single person dominates the others. What is notable as well is how the series employs light moments to develop these connections. Events like choosing a class leader or the Quirk evaluation tests are entertaining and reveal abilities in an enjoyable manner. I grew fond of supporting characters like Ida with his sense of order, or Uraraka's cheerful outlook, as their histories are introduced sufficiently to interest without diverting from the primary story. The strength of Class 1A comes from marking the audience invested in the entire group. It is this sense of a developing team that brings warmth to the adventure, transforming a typical action series into something more relatable and compelling. Now, the presentation of villains in the first season adds tension and is a notable strength. Shigaraki's unsettling presence and the League of Villains entry at the US Day establish a serious atmosphere, differing from the heroic focus. I was curious about the reasons, not simply opposition, but a rejection of hero structures that suggest further background. Nomu's appearance and power makes encounters challenging, portraying villains as real dangers. I recall the intensity when All Might confronts the Nomu. It reveals the hero's limits and the diversity among villains, from Kirigiri's composed abilities to a group of minor threats, builds complex opposition. What succeeds is how the villains relate to hero concepts such as destruction against protection, adding meaning. Shigaraki's unpredictable behavior makes him distinctive and creates expectation for future developments. Villains raise the level of risk, making the environments feel hazardous and the hero's success significant. It is this contrast that increases the overall interest. So those are my thoughts on My Hero Academia's very first season. Like I said, this season holds a lot of memories of me because I still remember watching it all those years ago, but it just did like a couple things so well that really made this season memorable. And that's why I wanted to talk about the strengths of the season, because if it wasn't for the season itself, it wouldn't have gotten a lot of people involved in wanting to continue further and watching more of MHA when season 2, 3, 4, etc. so on came out. So I do really appreciate what Studio Bones did when it came to the episode structures, the soundtrack, the voice acting when it comes to the dub and sub, and also the animation and visual style. Like, that's just always something that really stands out when it comes to MHA, especially with what's going on with Season 8, which, trust me, we'll talk about that in the near future. But this first season, you know, definitely holds a lot of weight, and it's definitely rewatchable, and kind of reminds me that, you know, sucks that things are ending soon, but it's also good to look back at all the good times that we had with those said series. But that's all I have to say here. So now I want to hear from you guys. Is there any memories that you want to share with me when it comes to MHA? Be sure to let me know down below, because I would absolutely love to hear what's on your mind. And if you guys enjoy the content channel, be sure to like and subscribe. I would really appreciate it. And if you guys want to follow me on my social media, be sure to check out my X, my Instagram, my Facebook, my TikTok. All the links to those are located in the description below, so be sure to follow me on there. Also, if you guys want to join my Discord server so we can talk more about anime and manga, be sure to do so. The link is listed in the description. It is also pinned in the comment section down below. Be sure to click on that bell for notifications so you guys are notified whenever I'm dropping a new video on the channel. I hope all of you guys are having a fantastic day, wherever the day may be, if it's the daytime, the nighttime, or the evening. And I'll see you guys in the next video. As always, peace out.